Great afternoon, everyone, and we are coming in live from D Cup Coffee Republic. And once again, this is Coach Cafe! Hello! Ayan, rain or shine, tuloy na tuloy po tayong lahat. Habang ang mga kasamahan nating coaches or people who are watching us live via Facebook of course, Life Coach Philippines are watching us, enjoying their lunch, soup, coffee, whatever. Leave it to us. We will, of course, impart with you life coaching experience and, of course, help you understand yourself better through Coach Cafe. And once again, this is the Apprentice series of Master Coach A.
Hey.
All right, and of course, D Cup Coffee Republic is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines and soon to be global. We are located at the second floor of Pioneer Street Market, also known as PSM. Ayan. PSM. Sorry po. Medyo naulanan. Inside HMR parking compound, and that is along Reliance Street from the city of Mandaluyong, and we are just across, neighbor of TV5. Of course, this is again your weekly Coach Cafe, and this is the Apprentice series. Okay, Master Coach Adet has 17 apprentice, and for today, this rainy afternoon, we have the 8th apprentice that we will interview, get to heart talk, puso sa puso conversation, and of course, understand his platform, his heart and intent in becoming a life coach and an apprentice at the same time. And of course, as I've mentioned, I'm also a coach, of course, a product of the Life Coach Training Institute, and I'm privileged and honored to be hosting this series of apprentice here in Coach Cafe in D Cup Coffee Republic. And of course, I'm certified in the Life Coach Training Institute that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And of course, the Institute is providing intensive face-to-face program, and it's being led, of course, by our Master Coach as a program facilitator, that is Coach A.
Hey, Coach A.
Hello, Coach A. Ayan, and to other coaches na nanonood sa atin ngayon. And if you're interested, of course, to be part of the tribe and, of course, join us as an agent and a global transformer, visit us at Life Coach Philippines Facebook page. Know more about the program, understand yourself, and be the best version of yourself.
Yep.
And likewise, you can also come and visit us here in D Cup Coffee Republic. Marami pong coaches here who can talk to, who can listen to you and understand you. And you can also send us a message to 0917-586-1661. That's once again 0917-586-1661, and you can, of course, speak to Coach Rizal.
Yes.
Great afternoon, rainy weekend, and this is again Coach Cafe Apprentice Series. Beside me, without further ado, is of course a young gentleman.
Young.
Yan. Pag nakikita ko to, hindi ko maintindihan bakit naalala ko si Dieter Ocampo.
Ayun o! Layo, parang layo kay Dieter Ocampo. Dieter Ocampo.
Without further ado, of course, this man beside me is a graduate in Aquinas University in Legazpi. He is a BS Electronics and Communication Engineering graduate. He has spent his life 14 years in the corporate world. He was also a director of a BPO call center, and of course, he really wanted to become an inspirational or motivational speaker. Motivational speaker, and of course, alamin natin what led him to becoming a life coach. And in the life coach, together with her wife Tien, they are called also as couple coach. Let's understand and get to know that as well further. And of course, his hobbies interest is into travel and food, and as I've mentioned, she's married to another coach, beautiful Coach Tien, Joya, of course, with 2 children. Without further ado, our couple coach, may I present to you Apprentice Mr. Shaun de Joya.
Hey, hello. Thank you.
A round of applause for Coach Shaun.
Live po kami, live.
Ayan,
Hindi po
live.
canned. Sabi nga ni Coach A, hindi siya canned claps.
Kamusta?
I'm Feeling great. It's a great day, pero medyo maulan. The traffic, I feel for the others who experience traffic today, especially there are areas na super baha. Yung mga maliliit na auto nahihirapan mag-drive. Buti nilang naka-SUV kaya thank you, Lord.
Thank you. And also those who are on the road, ingat-ingat lang
Ingat.
po. Yan, be safe. And we are here to, of course, inspire, enlighten you, and of course, give you a positive day. This
Yes.
rain is always a blessing. So,
Yep.
ayan.
Pagpasensyahan na lang po at medyo na-late ako.
So, as we are into our 8th edition of Apprentice, you are the 8th apprentice of Master Coach A. Ayan. Coach Shaun, tell us your story. Who is Shaun nung ikaw ay bata pa?
Yung bata pa. When I was a kid, simple lang naman yung dream ko. I wanted to be a pilot. Gusto kong mag-drive ng aeroplano when I was a kid. I remember that when I was grade 5. Yun yung plan ko eh. I would go to college. Tapos PATS pa nun eh.
Yes, PATS.
PATS, mag-aaral ako doon. Unfortunately, during the time, hindi pa naman kami ganun hindi ko sinasabi mayaman, madaming pera to go from Bicol, because I'm a Bicolano, and to go to Manila to enroll. So sabi ko, okay sige, ano pa bang ibang option ko? Kasi wala kaming pera and you will need to spend money and move here to do that. So sabi ko, sige, bala na si Batman kung ano mangyayari pag nag-college. High school, I didn't, alam mo naman pag high school sa probinsya, ang ginagawa lang namin nun, maglalaro-laro ba. Yun lang ginagawa. Pero come college, na-realize ko na, okay, I think, sige, mag-computer engineering ako na. Yun sana yung target ko eh. That was clear for me because during that time, ang uso nun is computers. Di ba? Pa-shift na towards Y2K. No? So, computer engineering. Tapos, nung papasok na ako doon, na-influensyan ako ng isang classmate ko kasi may bagong course doon sa Aquinas University, which is ECE. We are the first batch. Sabi ko, bago to ECE, sige, try ko. So nag-shift ako.
So that's the
electronic communications
engineering.
Pero I was never really fond of mathematics. Parang yun yung Waterloo ko eh. Mathematics for me is para sa mga matatalino dyan at mathematicians. Ako, bagsak-bagsak yung mga grades ko sa mathematics.
Hindi ka naman nag-iisa dyan,
Oo.
Coach.
So naisip ko, bakit ba ako naging engineering? I'm not really a math, I'm not a math guru and what have you. Pero what I'm very good at, na-realize ko is I'm fond of analyzing numbers. So sa statistical analysis, doon ako nag-try. My grade ko doon, 90s yung grade ko. So ini-enjoy ko siya na mag-analyze ng data, pakita mo yung info, the patterns and what have you. Sabi ko, sige, ang ganda nga.
So, wait, magtanong lang ako, Coach. Medyo na-pass forward. Pero that's good. Ang ganda ng kwento mo, tuloy-tuloy siya talaga na, you know, as a young kid, wanting to be a pilot, reality says hindi pwede. So, okay lang, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang aral.
Yes.
As a kid, how would you, in one word, what can you say? One word, how do you describe yourself as a kid?
Oh, when I was a kid.
One word lang.
Dreamer.
Okay.
Dreamer.
So, eto na. Nag-high school ka na, nag-college. Naiintindihan mo na ba yung frustration at that time? Kasi di ba, syempre, parang dreamer ka, you wanted to become a pilot, pero eto, college na, hindi naman nagkatotoo. Parang nakikita mo na yung reality na hindi ata ito magkakatotoo. Ano yung feeling?
Yung time na yon when I realized that I cannot be a pilot, disappointment. Disappointment because every one of us has a dream when we were kids, diba?
Yes.
But because of the limitations and the finances implications that we have, hindi natin na-achieve yung gusto nating gawin when we are going to hit college. So you tend to shift towards whatever is given in front of you. So yun yung disappointment siya na, okay, sana, pero wala eh. You have to make with what you have.
Yes.
And make the most out of it. Kasi ang rule of thumb naman natin, basta mag-survive ka, kumita ka ng pera, okay na. Eat 3 times a day, pay the bills, and you're fine.
Yes.
So yun ako ng bata niya.
Ang galing, no? Kasi I was about to ask, for those who are watching us, whether you're coaches or you're aspiring to be a coach or you wanted to be coach, I was about to ask what's the key learning. And that is, nasabi mo na nga na really, at the end of the day, you accept things, you move forward and do the things that you can so that you'll able to survive,
Yes.
be a good citizen, be a good son,
Oh, be a good son.
Yeah. All right, so that's wonderful to hear. So, all right, so nag-college ka na and all. So you have tried the course of electronic communication.
Yes.
So how was it? I mean, hindi ka naman talaga yung part mo yung medyo ano sa math, pero napagtagumpayan mo.
Napagtagumpayan naman
Oh,
sa awa ng Diyos.
di ba?
Tumagumpay naman ako doon. Sabi ko nga, Waterloo ko yung mathematics. Naalala ko noon, kailangan ko mag-summer lagi para na makahabol mga 5 years.
Ano tuloy ako, parang can relate. Can relate. Nagsasummer.
Nagsasummer ako noon.
Di ba parang dati, kasi dito naman kasi sa Manila, I'm having summer class. May sabihin remedial kasi baksak. Parang napakatalino, nag-a-advance.
Nag-a-advance, kailangan mag-advance kasi kailangan makabawi eh. Kailangan. So yun yung naging experience ko because of some of the challenges that I have with mathematics. Pero na-enjoy ko naman siya. I remember back then where parang iniisip ko, gusto ko ba talaga to? Ano bang meron dito? Pero na-enjoy ko naman yung ECE. And it's funny because when I got my second job, I didn't realize na yung course ko pala na ECE, I would be able to use that sa work ko.
Kasi ito na yung edge para to have a career.
Yes, kasi ang mindset mo pag ECE ka, you will work in a television or radio na business. So, andun yung focus ko. Kaya lang parang, alam mo yun, parang wala lang, chill ka lang. So, ganun yun nangyari. Yun yung naging nangyari sa akin.
Coach, so you have already, you established yourself. Ito na yung naging way for you to go to Manila?
Oo.
On your own, leaving your family?
Living...
Anong sabi ng parents mo doon? O yung mga kapatid mo rin ba from Albay, lumuwas na ng Manila to find their own, own destiny, make their own dreams? Paano? Or tapos iniwan nyo na yung parents nyo? What happened?
Hindi naman. Yung sister ko was working already in Manila back then. Kasi nurse siya eh. She's in the States right now. Yung brother ko naman, after mag-high school, nag-college siya dito na. UP. Nag-UP siya. Tapos ako eventually, what I did is, matagal pa noon, nag-review ako, tapos hindi ako pumasa, 2 beses ako nag-take ng board exam, wala talaga ako doon. Wala lang ako doon. I stayed here in Manila. Then eventually, yung time kasing noon, 18 years old ba ako? 19 years old, no? 21 na ako. Hindi, nung nagkakilala tayo, hindi kausap ko po yung wife ko. Kasi po, maaga po akong namulat sa katotohanan ng mundo.
I like that, Norma.
I had a kid when I was 19. Well,
so
I didn't give birth. My wife did.
Wow, so very young.
Very young.
Teka lang mo lang tayo po siya, sandali. Gusto ko lang maintindihan yun kung paano pumasok bigla yun kasi you're still starting to establish yourself. So one word to describe you as a young man working.
Young man working.
Wala mo na yung nag-asawa ka?
Hindi nga eh. Kasi...
Ay, yun nga, nagsabay na halos dahil maaga kang namulat.
Kasi nag-aaral pa ako noon, may asawa na ako.
Wow!
I started working, I already have 1 kid, tapos palabas yung pangalawa ko. Ganun talaga yung story.
Alright, so one word to describe that, at that situation, one word.
One word? Wow.
Ako din napawaw.
Wow.
Imagine, di ba, for 19 years old, for those they are still starting to establish themselves, and here you are, you have already a responsibility and a role to play. As a young man, how did you take it? What are the things that you have to deal with? Tell us the story, Coach. The discovery, the road to, being a husband and a father. Challenges and yung beauty, no?
Yung challenge dun kasi, and hopefully the others would connect, is finances lagi. You're trying to build a family where you don't have any work yet. So the dependencies you have is with your parents. I'm very fortunate enough that my father and my mother were very supportive with us in dealing with us financially. and making sure na, alam mo yun, magpapadede ng bata, gatas,
Yes.
pay ng bills sa, minsan sa hospital, and so on and
Yes.
so forth. So, ako taas mga kamay ko sa mom ko because my father was already working here in Manila. So, my mom was very supportive in the Bicol, sa Bicol. So, si mom yung lahat sa akin na nag-aruga, nagbantay, naggabay. Pero yung the learnings, if someone has taught me, yun yung medyo challenge eh. Ang naging challenge namin ni Coach Tin nun is kapa.
Yes.
Kapain lahat.
Yes.
Will this work? Will this not work? So transition ka.
Kasi at that time, I mean, wala naman talaga pa nun masyadong interaction or the things that would teach you on motherhood is the experience or fatherhood or
Wala.
being a parent. Kasi
Oo.
unlike today, the new generation now, they can just, one click in Google and give you tips on how to
andun
become
na.
ganito, tips on how to take care of baby, mga ganyan.
Kasi kung gusto mo mag-research nun, bibili ka ng encyclopedia ng ganung kalaki eh.
Volume
Lalaki
120.
Oo. Diba? Walang there is no manual provided to you that, hey, being a husband is this,
Yes.
being a kid is like this. Everything
Exactly.
is test and
Kapa.
run. If it works, good. If it doesn't work, adjustment. So, yun na yung journey.
Yes, exactly. Ang ganda ng kwentuhan natin. But before that, let me just remind everyone, those who are watching us, we are having our Coach Cafe. It's an Apprentice edition or series. It's a puso sa puso conversation. And we are on our 8th Apprentice of Master Coach A, no less than Coach Shaun. Ayan. Palakpakan naman tayo dyan.
O kumakain, alas 12.
Oo, busy, mga spoon and fork nila. And at the same time, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to, just pop in the message box. And then if you want to inquire something about life coaching, if you want to understand yourself, or simply you want someone to listen and understand you, visit us at Decap Coffee Republic. Once again, we are inside HMR parking compound, and this is also known as PSM, and that is along Reliance Street in City of Mandaluyong, just across TV5. Ayan. Great afternoon. Like, subscribe, give us your comments, and if you have any questions, Coach Shaun will help us with those questions.
Yes,
Ayan.
masagot ko siya.
Yeah, so yun, there we go. Going back to the journey, the beautiful journey of, having a family as a couple, and then, of course, you establishing yourself, di ba? Now that you have already, eto na yon, nandito ka na sa Manila, you have your, yung transition, ano ngayon yung one word to describe as a husband?
Ano yan? Demands. The demands of life kasi, sometimes you think about that, ako kasi very simple lang naman yung how I see things. Eh.
Yes.
A husband back then is provider. Provider ng pera, pag magtrabaho ka, provide ka ng pera, okay ka na. Doon ako lumaki because my father was similar as that. And I think most of people would be able to connect with me na ganun talaga yung nangyayari na find a work,
Provide to the family.
provide to the family, focus on your career, get promoted, and so on and so forth. Until such time na, sabi ko nga yan, ang nangyayari kasi normally, lalaki ka, hanap ka ng magandang college or school for you to improve your skill. Maghanap ka ng magandang company to work. Nakahanap ka ng magandang company, get promoted. Mag-promote ka na, mag-save ka. After nun, either mag-invest ka, maghanap ka ng business or what. Pag nakapag-establish ka na ng family, then afterwards, pag naipon mo na ngayon, pwede ka nang mamatay. Kasi ganun lang naman yung circle of life eh. You work, you invest, you get a business, then you die. So na-realize ko, okay sige, ganun yung, that's the way I see things. I didn't even think about na, alam mo ito, itong life coaching mo ba ito? Wala akong mindset doon. My focus was just really put food in the table and pay my bills, travel, and buy things. Ganun yung journey ko. Pero along that path, ang daming nangyari. Being married, hindi naging, pinagdaanan ko din yung time na syempre you got married early, so medyo ang daming distractions sa relationship, may mga third parties and what have you. So,
Teeter na teeter.
Ganyan yung pinagdaanan.
Yes, and I admire your vulnerability and being honest about it because that's really the fact of life. And if you get to marry at an early age, very young, mapusok, ang dami talagang distraction dyan.
Yes, tapos ang ganda pa ng career mo.
I heard, di ba ka rin, BPO sales?
Nag-BPO ako. yung first job ko, I worked in a photocopier company. And yung job ko noon was, kasi gusto ko yung field work ko. I love field works. Yung work ko doon is photocopier service repairman. Pero ang pangalan namin ng service engineer. So ang ganda, di ba? Kasi yung trabaho mo, papasok ka doon sa building, ayos ka na photocopier, maglilinis. Ganun yung trabaho ko. And I had loads of fun doing that because I am able to meet other people. Pero imagine mo back then, it was 16, 17 years ago. Yung sahod ko back then was, I was earning 7,000 pesos minus tax. So, ang pinapadala kong pera sa asawa ko, 2,000 lang, no? Tapos 1,000 sa akin for cut-off. Tapos sinusuporta pa ako ng parents ko. Kasi kulang kulang na kulang.
Yes.
And I needed to do something to get more money. Kaya ang ginagawa ko, siguro ko ginagawa to sa mga nanonood na kasi may kami travel expense sa commute. So ang ginagawa ko, pupunta ako dito sa point A, tapos pupunta ako sa point B para yung pera ko, may pera akong extra. Pero ang ginagawa ko, lapit-lapit. So naglalakad lang ako nun. Naalala ko back then na bumili ako ng sapatos. Mura pa St. Francis Square. Wala na St. Francis Square. Wala pang 3 months yung sapatos ko sira.
Dahil talaga naglalakad ka.
Tapos nakabase ako sa sukat nun. Tapos baha-baha. Alam mo yun?
Yes.
Sulong ka.
Talagang you'll do everything just to be successful in your career and of course to provide to
the family. So I did that for 5 months. Tapos palabas na yung second kid namin, si Machu. Umuwi ako ng Bicol. Tapos pag uwi ko ng Bicol, I realized, then yung current na sinasahod ko, that's not sufficient for me to feed for three members of my family. Sabi ko, I need to shift. So sabi ko, I quit that job. Then naghanap ako, and call center before was booming yun.
Yes.
Imagine mo you're gonna start a job which is 3 times higher than what I'm getting doon sa job. So sabi ko, sige nga, try ko doon. So ayun, naging successful ako doon.
That paved the way.
That paved the way. Tapos nag-apply ako sa isang position. I got promoted. Tapos ang goal ko lang, very simple lang yung goal ko noon. Every 3 years, I get promoted.
Wow.
That's it. Every 3 years, I get promoted. And fortunately enough naman, na-achieve ko yun.
Yes.
So every 3 years, I got promoted from an analyst, a specialist, a supervisor, a
how
manager, and so
do
on.
you, for those who are watching us also, how do you make, because that was your vision, that was your dream, Coach Shaun, how do you make it into a reality? Na making sure that every 3 years, your dream will become a reality.
Alam mo, hindi ko na-realize yun before. Pero iniisip ko lang kung anong ginagawa kong strategy. Pero focus lang talaga doon. Basta gusto ko ma-achieve yun. Kailangan. And you focus on the work that you need to do and just focus on it. Kasi, you really need to be able to have that habit and establish yourself that you need to continuously work on something until you achieve it.
Yes.
So, very challenging siya. Ngayon ko na siya na-realize na, nga pala, kaya mo naman. You can achieve what you focus on. Pero dapat very clear lang sa'yo. And yung motivation kasi sa akin, family So very strong yung anchor ko doon na kailangan ko siyang gawin.
Wonderful. A round of applause for Coach Shaun because that's really, the core of the heart, yung talaga yung family. Yun nangunguna sa'yo. So one word to best describe Coach Shaun, yung working mo in a BPO industry.
Family.
Wonderful.
Family talaga.
So ngayon, ayan na tayo. Nasa call center ka, you paved the way, you're successful, you're focused, you're anchored with your family. Saan naman pumasok dito yung life skills?
Life skills.
O coachings? Anong nauna? Nag-life skills ka muna or coaching?
Ano muna yun? Ano ba yun?
Ayan, there are some coaches who are watching us. Hello, great afternoon, Coach Ed. And
Coach
of course, Coach Henry. Hello. Great afternoon, fellow coaches. They are also an apprentice. I'll get to talk to you also, puso sa puso conversation
soon. Sila
soon.
naman.
Kwentuhan mo kami. Ano na una, life skills or itong coaching?
Coaching yung nauna. It's funny because...
So, paano pumasok ang coaching sa'yo, Coach Shaun? Successful ka na kamo sa being a BPO director. So, I mean, ano pang hinahanap mo? You're able to provide to your family. Why life coaching?
Ano ba? Last year, 2 years ago, andun ako sa point na you're trying to figure out what you wanted to do in life. I remember, I think it was 3-4 years ago, andun na ako dun sa point na may hinahanap ako. Um, I was not a Catholic before. Kristiyano kami pinanganak and lumaki. Then eventually, nag-convert ako into Catholic. Kasi I was looking for something and I can't really figure it out what it was. So iniisip ko baka kulang lang ako siguro sa sa connection sa Panginoon. So nag-convert ako ng Catholic. My wife, my 2 kids are both Catholic. So ako naman okay lang, chill lang yan. Wala muna akong ginagawa. So nag-convert ako ng Catholic. Thinking of baka yun na yung hinahanap ko, mahahanap ko na siya doon. Pero after mag-convert ako, parang may kulang pa rin. Siya. I-greet muna natin sila para makatulong.
Ayan, hello! Meron tayong coaches, of course. We have Coach Mike watching us, and of course, Master Coach A! Hello, great afternoon, Master Coach A is of course the person, the lady behind our apprentice, who are of course helping our apprentice and ensuring all of us here that we are, a change agent. And once again, if you wish to be a global transformer like us, if you want to understand yourself better and be a best version of yourself, visit us here at Cup Coffee Republic, or better yet, you can also check us Life Coach Philippines Facebook or call at 0917-586-1661. That's once again 0917-586-1661, and you can message Coach Rizal for details of how to become a life coach.
Yes.
Ayan. Once again, great afternoon, Coach Mike and Master Coach A. So going back to your road to life coaching.
So, yun na. Madaming distraction sa buhay, di ba? So, hinahanap ko siya. Nag-convert ako ng Catholic. Wala pa rin. May hinahanap pa rin ako. So, 2 years ago, last year, sabi ko, this year dapat, gusto ko maging motivational speaker because uso last year motivational speaking dahil sabi mo makikita sa stage. And I'm very fond of teaching. Sa work. Naggagawa ko ng mga modules. I teach these modules and then we're training.
So like providing training also?
Na akong gagawa ng modules. So sabi ko, sige, how can I incentivize this gift of mine? Sabi ko, sige, motivational speaking. So, John Maxwell was very famous back then. And nakita ko may certification kasi siya. So sabi ko, sige, this year, I would invest, mahal niya, $7,000. For you to invest in John Maxwell to get certified, then you need to go to the US to get certified. So sabi ko, kay Coach Tin, sige, kailangan ko to, gusto ko to. Sabi niya, sige, pag-isipan na kung anong pagplanuhin. So, clear na sa akin yon. Kasi Coach Tin was in a transition of her life that she's trying to find out, ano nga yung career shift, gusto na yung mag-career shift. And I lent her this book kay, hindi ko naman nasasabihin yung libro, basta message na lang ako kung anong book na yon, which gave her the opportunity na, sige, maghanap. And she found out life coaching. So,
through this book?
Well, naisip niya lang life coaching.
Yes.
Pero hindi naman doon sa book. Si Mika, career shift. Pero yung life coaching specifically, kay Mika kasi, yung anak namin, yung daughter namin kasi, yung panganay namin, last year, was diagnosed with clinical depression. So, may depression yung anak namin. So, yun talaga yung naging trigger ni Coach Tim to find a solution or a medium to help her.
How did you discover, or how did you find out that your daughter is undergoing that?
Meron na.
Sinabi ba sa inyo yan?
Ano naman, dinaan niya doon sa school, yung guidance counselor doon. Pero may idea na kami Kasi nakikita na namin na down, malungkot, natutulog lang, nakakumot. Nakikita na namin, naantay lang namin na mag-confirm. So back then, yung na-share na doon sa school administrator, kinausap kami ng school administrator.
That was when?
Last year siya.
So talagang depression na yung tawag.
Oo, depression na yun. Kasi nag-attend kami ng talk about mental wellness. And the speaker there was also depressed, so nag-share siya. So yun yung avenue na shinare sa amin ng guidance counselor. Tapos na-confirm na namin, meron na talaga. So we went to a psychiatrist, pina-check namin. So yun nga, na-diagnose ng clinical depression. So Coach Tin was trying to figure out ano pa ba yung pwede namin gawin as parents.
Yes.
And fortunately, she was able to find Cup Coffee Republic and life coaching. So sabi niya, puntahan natin to, gusto ko malaman. Ako naman mahal ko naman yung asawa ko, punong driver
Siyempre.
naman ako. Pinag-drive ko na lang siya dito. So pumunta kami dito. I didn't have any expectation whatsoever. So pumunta lang kami dito. And I think it was Thursday na talk yun. Tuesday talk of Coach A. Pumunta kami dyan, nag-attend kami, so on.
Nakinig kayo.
Nakinig, sabi ko,
kape-kape.
okay to ah. Yung time po na yun, syempre, pag andun ka na sa taas, medyo may kayabangan ng dating ko yung posture ko, super yabang ko niya. Sabi ko, sige nga, makinig-kinig lang tayo. And I got really inspired by Coach A because the way that she's doing is very, very different to what I've heard and what I see.
So, kumbaga sa dami na nakita mo nagto-talk, mga motivational speaker,
Yes.
Iba
Talaga. Sabi ko, sige, parang ang ganda nga. So, I've consulted with my boss, which is the EVP before. Siya, John Maxwell certified siya. Tinanong ko siya, sabi ko, is this a good investment for me to invest? Sabi niya sa akin, if you're in that age na latter part of your age, you can invest. It's okay. Pero ngayon, find another institute that will certify you. Kasi hindi pa siya worth it. So, sabi ko, okay, sige. Tapos kinausap ko si Coach A, and sabi ko nga, she's actually the one who snatched me na mag-certify na lang. And nung time na yun, wala kaming extra pera. I mean, everything is based on budget and making sure that you're able to budget everything, di ba? Sabi ko last year, okay, sige. Lord, kung gusto mo ako mag-certify dito, kasi si Coach T nagbayad na fully na siya, committed na siya. Kung gusto mo ako mag-certify dito, bigyan mo akong pera. Fortunately, may binibenta akong auto. We've been selling it for about a year na. Hindi mabenta-benta.
And finally?
And nabenta.
Wow.
So may pera. Sabi ko, okay, sige, thank you Lord. We paid for it. Binayad namin. So that's where...
That paved the way.
So naging certify ako.
And you're doing this, of course, because of your daughter, and of course your wife, and as a father also, para maintindihan mo rin yung
para maintindihan ko. Tapos, during the certification, doon namin na-realize ni Coach T na si Coach T pala, meron din. Depressed din pala si Coach T. So, sabi ko, okay pala to sakto lang yung pasok. But at least, I know how to process myself so I can be able to understand them and process them. Kasi imaginein mo kung hindi ako naging life coach, tapos nauna siya, siguro ko baka may depression na din ako ngayon. Baka ganun na yung nangyari.
Ang ganda lang, no? Nakakatuwa. I mean, medyo ako sa story mo, Coach Shaun. Narinig ko yan, pero ngayon ko lang talaga na fully straight from your heart. And it's wonderful to know and also to share to everyone who's watching us the vulnerability and the heart of a man like him. You know, the desire to help, because you love your wife, to help your wife and your daughter, your children, and at the same time, parang guards off ka na, sige, I will do my very best. Lord, you guide me, and everything will go into places. Maaayos ang lahat. And of course, knowing Master Coach A, who is always guiding, helping us, and of course, leading us on our heart's desire and enabling us to become the best version of ourselves, and so that we can also be a help to everyone. Diba? Leading with love talaga.
Leading with love. Yan.
So, in one word, how would you describe what to describe life coaching?
Transformational.
Wow.
Yun talaga yung nangyari sa akin. Very transformative on the way I see things, the way I see myself, the way I see other people. Kasi before, ako ang iniisip ko lang sarili ko tapos yung family ko. Focus ako doon, very clear ako doon. Pero along this journey, the pains, the suffering that I experienced when I was a kid, when we got married,
all the challenges,
lahat yun.
The frustration.
Ang daming realization ko yun na you get to realize na, okay, sige, you need to be very open and you need to be able to accept the things that are happening to you. Kasi kung hindi mo i-accept, you just build these walls, walang nangyayari.
Exactly.
And this took time for me to be comfortable talking about my story. Kasi kung ibang tao, hindi i-share Kasi you need to be able to defend yourself and survive. Ako, okay lang sa akin to share it with everyone about my misgiving sa wife ko and all of the bad things that I've done with my kids. Alam mo yun, ang dami nun super dami. Ano yun?
Wow.
Yes.
As what Master Coach is sending us a message here, the best help comes from the family.
Family,
We do for our tribe. Ayan. Ayan, may message siya kasi Master Coach A. Thank you for what you did to our tribe. Siyempre, this is what my heart's, desire.
Yes.
To serve, to speak with purpose, to speak with sense, and of course, be part of this tribe. Ayan, ang ganda ng kwentuhan natin. Those who are of course, watching us through Facebook and Live Coach Philippines, if you have any questions or comments, let us know. Like and subscribe. We are still on a puso-to-puso conversation with Coach Apprentice Shaun. Ayan, ang ganda na ng ating talakayan. Paano naman pumasok ang pagiging apprentice sa'yo? Because I have heard na this one is being opened by Master Coach A. I mean, kilala kayo ngayon ni Coach Tin as couple coach. I'm sure a lot of couples are coming in, are approaching you for them to be coached. Those who have children undergoing depression, they're approaching you. Bago tayo pumunta doon sa angle ng apprentice, gusto ko malaman, sharing with us, ano yung experience? Yung mga, let's say, couples coming into you para maging coach sila or to be coached. Those who are parents who have children na nakikita nilang parang may depression.
Yes.
Ano yung ginagawa niyo to help them?
So, there's two ways kasi on how we coach the family. The first one is yung couple coaching. So, couple coaching between the two couples. And yung common kasi na nagiging clients namin, parehas namin third party din. So, yun yung na-attract namin.
Mirroring talaga. Na-attract mo talaga kung sino.
Pero may mga couples naman kami na kinakausap to improve the relationship. So,
Yes.
Hindi lang naman siyang pag may problema ka, lalapitan mo, coach them. No? It's more, again, prevention is better than cure.
Exactly, oo.
It's better to prevent it. Tapos yung secondary doon, si Coach din kasi ang focus niya naman is mental wellness for the children. So yun yung na-attract namin when I talk to a friend of mine or a colleague na talking about our profession. Tapos naalaman nila, sige, we're helping pala kids din for them to be able to be productive in their life and to fight, kumbaga, to manage the condition.
Okay.
So yun yung dalawa. Yun yung
So it works simultaneously, diba?
Ganun siya. So ganun yung nagiging namin, na how we help people na to thrive in the relationship. Hindi lang yung nagsusurvive because they need to. Alam mo yun, na deeper yung reason of why they're fighting for the relationship. Kasi kami pinagdaanan namin ni Coach din yun eh. Hindi siya madali. It took time for you to really realize and identify na, sige, I'm not perfect, she's not perfect, pero you need to work with one another to resolve the conflicts and really fight for each other. Kasi kung nung one time
fight for the love and the marriage, not fight one another.
Not fight one another. Naalala ko yun one time, na muntika na kami maghiwalay niya ni Coach Tin eh. We were on the brink of separation. Tapos I clearly remember that, na parang may bumatok sa sarili ko. Tapos ang sabi nun, mayos ka.
Wow.
Then, okay, nag-stop ako sa, okay, sige, ayusin na natin. And it was funny because yung kinausap ko siya, sabi niya nga sa akin, alam mo, hiwalayan na dapat kita. So sabi ko, okay, sige, it was divine na I need to change. So that changed a lot. And we're still working on it. I mean,
yes, it's an everyday working progress.
Everything working. Pero there's always a solution. There is. Separating is not a solution. I tell you, it's not. You will only create more problems. So there's a solution. Kailangan lang pagtuunan ng pansin.
So allow me just to inform everyone, those who are watching us, that if you need coaching as a couple, if you want to improve your relationship, and if you have a child, daughter, son, or kid, a family member so undergoing depression, get in touch with us here in Decaf Coffee Republic. We have a couple coach, Coach Shaun and Coach Tin. A round of applause for them, coaches. Ayan. They will surely help you rebuild, maintain your relationship.
Strengthen. That's the one word for that. Strengthen.
So family life, strengthen tayo dyan.
Strengthen yan.
Wow.
Yan talaga yung code.
Alright. So pasukin natin itong apprentice. Strengthen ka na as a life coach. You have a couple coach. You are now leading a community na nagsisimula ka na helping out couples out there. So, paano pumasok ang apprentice kay Coach Shaun?
It was a desire. Desire siya. There are 3 levels kasi of desire. The first one is yung bodily desires mo, which is the pleasure. You're finding pleasure. That's the first one. as a reason why people eat a lot and buy stuff and so on because of the bodily pressure. The second one is yung the mind naman, which is happiness. You're looking for happiness consistently. Pag hindi mo nahanap, hahanapin at hahanapin at hahanapin mo yun.
Alright.
The third one was, yun yung hinahanap ko. Yun yung nawawala sa puso ko na nakompleto. It was joy. I was looking for joy.
Oh.
Nahanap ko kasi yung joy dito sa life coaching. Nahanap ko yung joy na the reason why I love to teach is because yun yung original design ko. I really wanted to teach yun yung energy, namubus yung energy ko doon. And I really loved it. I like helping people to be better. And na-realize ko, sabi ko, sige, I wanted to help more. I wanted to be better. So iniisip ko, sige, mag-apprentice kaya ako. Apprentice ako for me to be able to help more people. Pero hindi naman pumasok sa utak ko yung mag-apprentice ka tapos mag-certify. Gusto ko lang siya gamitin sa sarili ko.
Yes.
Pero in that journey of the apprentice, na-realize ko, gusto ko lang pala kasing mag-ano ng tribe ng sarili ko.
Yes, you build your own tribe.
Ano din sa ano ko yun, hindi ko siya sinishare kasi iniisip ko, yabang ko naman siguro kung sasabihin ko gano'n yun. Kasi I'm still a work in progress. Everyone is a work in progress. So na-realize ko, sige, ang ganda ng apprentice, na would be able to help people and other coaches for them to create and be successful in their coaching practice and eventually their families.
Yes.
Kasi ang ganda ng profession ang ganda na you can duplicate a lot of Coach A, mga mini Coach A, hindi naman,
Yes.
tayo Coach A, mga master coaches for you to be able to train more people, get certified, and to really open their heart and open their mind.
Yes.
Kasi ako sarado yung puso ko, utak lang naman pinapagana ko sa corporate noon eh.
Yes.
Basta alam ko yung target ko.
I remember how you say it kanina, na-imagine kita nung unang pumunta mo rito, sasabi mo, mayabang.
Oo, yabang talaga.
Parang nakikita kita nun na siguro sabi ni Master Coaching, okay, tingnan natin.
Mayabang talaga. Yun. Si Master Coach ang malaking tulong sa akin. Pero mayabang talaga ako dito. You talk to the directors here. Super yabang ko dito. The one that you're seeing now is very, very different to what you see last year. So, naanap ko yung joy. So sabi ko, sige, if I would be able to do this every day,
Yes.
and it's not easy, it's a challenge. If I can do this every day, then I will do it. Gagawin ko siya. So nag-invest ako dun sa apprentice, nag-invest ako sa sarili ko.
Yes.
Masakit siya, it's very painful.
Yeah.
Kasi masakit.
Emotional investment is really talagang mabigat
Talagang
siya.
mabigat siya. Tsaka mahirap, ano ba? It's very emotional to know yourself.
Yes. Those who are watching us, we normally, people or on a regular basis would always say, we know ourselves. But once you ask them what are your strengths, how you see yourself in 5 years' time,
Wala na.
wala na. What are your wins or what are your challenges? Hindi na sila makapagsalita. And as you're undergoing a certification of becoming a life coach or even sa coaching, lahat yan. It will be, talagang put to down and talagang lahat hihimayin.
Hihimayin.
And so, it's your heart really and your vulnerability to open up, accept it, and embrace it and move forward and do something about it. And a round of applause for you, Coach Shaun.
Salamat po.
Kasi, di ba, ikaw na mismo nag-testify na ganun ka man noon, pero binago ka lahat ng ito ng life coaching because of course, your love to your family and to the profession, but you want to also help others.
Yes. So, yan, doon naman. Doon ko nakuha yung joy ko.
So, yun na yung sagot ko. I guess the one word that best describe Apprentice is?
Joy.
Joy. Ayan. So, with that being said, what is your platform? How do you want to build your tribe and how you see yourself in 5 years' time as an apprentice?
Ako lang advocate ako ng life skills life skills are skills that you need to be able to cope up with the challenges and pressures of daily life. So yun talaga yung puso ko. Kasi nung lumaki ako, wala naman hindi naman tinuturuan ng life skills.
Yes.
In 5 years, being an apprentice, gusto kong itayo yung institute ko to teach life skills and eventually certify other coaches as well. Para, alam mo yun, they really start living the life
Beautifully.
Beautifully. opening their hearts, not their
Yes.
mind. Kung ano, yung puso kasi ang lumiliit sa corporate, tapos yung utak yung lumalaki.
Yes.
Yun yung nagiging challenge. And I want people to really open their eyes and appreciate the life that they have because they're focused too much on time, spending time in the workplace. They forget the value of family. Alam niyo po, yung pera po, and I cannot emphasize that enough, yung pera po, kaya i-earn, pero yung oras po na nawawala nyo sa pamilya po, hindi po mababalik nyo yan. Nawawala po yan. Kaya
Wonderful.
kailangan nyo po mag-focus.
Wonderful.
I love you din po, Coach
Well
A.
said.
I love
Coach
you.
A sending a message to Paul Shaun, I love you. Ayan.
Pero yung kasi,
True. Very well said.
ang dami nyo nga pera. Miserable naman yung pamilya nyo. Ang gagawin nyo dyan sa pera? Yes, money you can buy happiness. Yes, pero joy you cannot buy joy.
That's two different things.
It's
Yes.
different. Joy is having fulfillment and meaning and satisfaction of what you do every day, the work that you do. Happiness, bili ka na ng auto, bili ka ng juice, you would be happy. Pero hahanapin mo nang hahanapin eh. And that's the thing that I wanted to help other people is to find that joy in their hearts. Hanapin yung joy. Kasi pera walang mangyayari sa inyo. That's something that alam mo kayo sana nanonood kayo diyan. Yung pera nyo po, masaya yan. Okay siya, pero saan yung ginagamit? Ginagamit nyo ba yan sa relationship nyo para maging strengthen siya? O ginagamit nyo siya para iyabang yung achievements nyo? Kasi yung achievements nyo, kahit saan nyo dalhin yan, walang mangyayari dyan kung yung family nyo sabog.
Exactly. Very well said. So there you go. As an apprentice, once again, Coach Shaun is here to help you out. Get your family intact, united, at the same time, centering joy.
Find the joy
in life. There you go.
Work.
Wonderful. Very well said. Let's give a round of applause. Our Coach Apprentice, the 8th of the 17th Circle of Apprentice of Master Coach A, Coach Shaun.
Yay, thank you.
Once again, this is your host, Coach Ellen, and we are coming in live in Decaf Coffee Republic for Coach Cafe. Thank you so much. We extended our time because, of course, it's a bit rainy outside.
Oh,
and,
sorry.
No problem about it. Thank you so much, and we will be back again next week for another edition of Coach Cafe Apprentice Series.